Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where the Europa music is being particularly boisterous this morning, but that's fine. This building is currently on fire. They're on the job. It's also fine. Okay. So the question is, what is the project today? Well, we were working on this meta block, this kind of partial meta block over here. We also need potentially to expand our commercial and industrial areas. As a temporary thing, I'm just going to expand the tree district to cover this area over here. And let's just make sure this is all in. Fantastic. And let's just give them more trees to plant. A lot of this is going to have to be eminent domained later on, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. As far as commercial goes, this demand is not going to go a super long way. I'm just going to plunk this down in the pollution area. It's going to be kind of low land value, but I'm sure they'll get over it. Let's see. We no longer actually need this power line, so let's get rid of that. I did not mean to get rid of that section of highway. Okay, let's replace that. Perfect. And that does mean that we have a small amount more of industrial space here. Okay, that should keep them busy for a while we work on our various projects. Of course, we've also got the Academiopolis Institute up here in progress, and I'm going to go ahead and remove these paths and leave it like this, because as soon as we reach the end of the academic year, which will be pretty soon here in another 2 weeks, I think. Yep, 2 weeks. We should, hopefully, be leveling up to recognized, which will be good. We also need to consider what to do about this situation, and maybe we just send this highway as a tunnel through the mountain and make this into a 4-way intersection, exactly like these others. We could do that. Let's do a quick experiment here. I want to just run this like this. Can we go through the mountain? We absolutely can. Yeah, that would be fine. It'd be a little expensive, but it'd be fine. Okay. So we want this to be starting off about this level of elevation. And then we want to go through at about this level of elevation, right? Is that correct? Something along these lines is what we want to do. About like that. Except that's still underground. Right. Okay. Oh, now that's awkward. How are we supposed to demolish these? I'm confused. I'm very confused how we're supposed to demolish that. I guess maybe we need to go to a different info view? Yeah, that works. Okay, there we go. Yes, I realize cargo hubs are a thing. So, then we need to go ahead and take this through here. Oh, hello, there's our academic year report. Fantastic. So, we had 1 academic work created, we had 619 students, 220 campus attractiveness. We are still unrecognized. Okay. We made a psychological study on the New Age movement of chirptology, huh? And we had 2 toga parties. Over 9,000 white bedsheets were appropriated by students for this year's toga parties. 9,000 for 2 toga parties, and we have 619 students. Okay, so let's just assume every single student attended both parties. Over 9,000, so let's just conservative estimate, we'll assume it's exactly 9,000. So that's 4,500 per toga party, divided by 619 students. So each student took 17 and a quarter togas. Uh-huh. Why does it, or took that many sheets to make a toga? I'm confused. Why does it take that many sheets to make a toga? Okay, that's perfectly fine. So let's run this at about here or so. Take it to this position. And then I want to bring it back up to right about here. There we go. And that's a highway going through the mountain. Excellent. Of course, that means we're going to have to completely redo this. And we're also going to need to, let's see, right here, do this here, take this underground, going to need to bring it down about like so, and make sure that we are at the correct elevation. There we go. That's certainly very, very different, isn't it? Let's get rid of that. Let's take this back, and I want this to be right here, going underground, right? Space is already occupied, because we need this to be at the correct altitude, as well as right here. Okay, so we want this to be going underground right here. There we go. Let's go ahead and go into our traffic info view so that we can actually get rid of this. Bulldoze this. And bulldoze this. I want these to be visually roughly the same. So then we take this back to right about here. And then to right here. About like that. Okay, that's roughly the same. It's not exactly the same because they're at quasi-different height levels. Is that? That is at a different height level. Okay. Let's get rid of this. And we'll connect from here out to here. Slope too steep. Uh-huh. Wait, that'll work. But that's slope too steep. Okay, whatever. We'll do it like that. Now, are these going the correct directions? They are, actually. And that'll have to do. Okay, let's go ahead and remove these corner pieces, or these turning pieces, shall I say. We'll run this directly from here to here, although I think this is too high. Yeah, this is definitely too high. So we'll run that in like that. This one goes under anyway. These aren't lined up. I'm an idiot. Okay. These are not at all lined up. That's okay. We will just remove these. There we go. And then we'll run this out over here. We'll say that that's a proof of concept. Run that to right there. Run that to right there. Okay. Now we'll want to run this. Looks like pillars worked out very nicely. Run that to there, and then to right here. And then by the time we get over here, that slope too steep. We may have to knock this back and change this ever so slightly. Hang on. I want this to be this one. There we go. Slope too steep. But this would work. That's strange. But whatever. I think it's just because we're running into some mountainous issues over here. Overall, it's probably fine. Slope too steep for that. Let's try connecting it in over here. That's giving us space already occupied. Should we not be getting around that pillar? I feel like we should. So let's try doing... Oh, it's because it's trying to come in at an angle like that, you see? Okay, why is it trying to come in at an angle like that? I guess we'll turn off angle snapping for now. Not slope too steep into space already occupied. Okay, so we've definitely got some issues going on here, but let's try bringing this from... We'll put angle snapping back on. Let's try bringing this into here and connecting that up. And then maybe if we could connect up to this. Slope too steep. Okay. Anything over here that we can do? No? What if we were to just make this slope slightly different? Like this. Okay, fair enough. We've definitely got some highway issues going on here. That said, a lot of this... Do we actually need to elevate? What if, hypothetically, we were to take this road out to, instead of to here, what if we were just to take it to here and keep these on the ground at this point? Because they're going to need to go underground anyway, right? So we can just run them out to, say... Yeah, we're going to need to take it underground at this point, run it out to here. That space already occupied from this road. We'll redo the road in a moment. That angle is really awkward. That is not the correct angle. So instead, we'll do that. Okay. And then hopefully we'd be able to come out of the tunnel over here, would be the idea. And that should theoretically mean that we're able to use the curve tool to do something along the lines of... What? Hang on. It's not curving. Curve tool. It's curving the wrong direction. That is bizarre. Okay, we'll try it on this side. That's working correctly. Okay, we're gonna need to connect it in like this because of the angle. Because this is going underground. But that's okay. We'll just have that a little bit lopsided because of the terrain. Yeah, this one does not want to curve this way. That is bizarre. I guess we'll try going this direction and then flipping it. It'll allow us to go there. But if we go here, then it goes just straight, and I don't actually want it to be straight.
I like to check our listener emails and see what people are talking about. Here's one. L.
That is a little weird.
Well, I don't have any plans really. I think I might go to the zoo again and try to communicate with the animals. Last weekend, I was close to a breakthrough.
Okay, that worked. Kind of. It's a little wacky looking, but
drop us a line and let us know.
The terrain here is a little wacky, so that'll be fine. Now, we've got this over here. We've got a connection issue. That's because this section is going the wrong way. So let's just flip that. There we go. And this is just a little lopsided, just because of the terrain. I couldn't make it as perfect as some of these others. But that's okay. And then we'll need to build a tunnel through here. So let's go ahead and do that. So, of course, we're going to need to, we're getting space already occupied here. Because we need to go underground. So I'm just going to take this out to about 3780. There we go. And then same there. Excellent. And that'll get our tunnels started. Now to get our tunnels stopped. So we need to be going something like this, except is this angle wacky? Oh, that angle's actually okay. We'll take it to here. There we go, and we'll do the same thing over on this side.
I hope they don't forget to bring my lunch again.
And then, actually, do we need to come up a little bit? Yeah, that's sloping downward. I want to bring it up. Nope, I do not want to. No, I do not want to demolish the windmill. So let's go ahead and bring this up a little bit to where this is exiting right here. Okay. Then we'll take this down and connect in like that. And then we'll just need to raise this up one step to be here. And there we go. There's that tunnel complete. Fantastic. So we're going to be working on this tunnel here pretty soon, as well as this interchange. We also have enough money for our next school in our Academiopolis Institute, but we are not recognized enough just yet. We need one more academic work. So let's just go ahead and, if I can hop into the campus area info, we'll go ahead and contribute for a dissertation. There we go. And of course, this is not going to be done for a while yet. We've got ourselves another 35 weeks in our academic year. But let's just take a quick look at our current... We actually need more elementary schools. Let's put one of them down real quick. I'm going to actually place one down all the way over here, because we're going to be building more schools over there. And that gets us how many? What is the capacity for that? That's 300. So we could actually use another one. And I'm going to place that one down over this way. Like, maybe right here-ish? That said, this is going to be a little bit awkward for positioning. Maybe over on this side. Like that. That'll get us to 2,400, and we're actually going to still need one more. So I'm going to place another one over here. Now we are going to need power over here, so let's go ahead and run power like this. And these are essentially future-proofing, because we're going to have residential over here. Okay, now let's double check how we're doing on high schools. We need another high school. In fact, we need two. So let's go ahead and place one down over here. This area is not well served currently. So I'll place that there, and I'm also going to place one right over here. Now, is that served by that power? Yes, it is. Okay. That should get our high schools up over capacity. Same with our elementary schools for now. Now, our university is still below capacity because we've not got our academic year done, but we're still working on that. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to finish up this tunnel, work on this interchange, just generally work on some highway stuff while we wait for our institute to level up. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.